The 12 little things we can do for our country are small acts of patriotism. First, follow traffic rules, follow the law. Traffic rules are the most basic of our country's law. If we learn to follow them, it could be the lowest form of national discipline we can develop as a people. A culture of discipline is crucial to our destiny as a nation.
Adhering to traffic rules represents the fundamental foundation of our nation's legal framework, and mastering this basic discipline can serve as the starting point for cultivating a broader culture of obedience to the law. Fostering a culture of discipline is indispensable to shaping our nation's future and ensuring this prosperity.
Number 2. Whenever we follow traffic rules, we show our love for our neighbor, our love for the Filipino.
Complying with traffic rules demonstrate our respect and consideration for the safety and well-being of our fellow citizens, reflecting our love and care for our Filipino community as a whole. Is a tangible way to express our commitment to a harmonious and responsible society.
Second, always ask for an official receipt.
Official receipt is important to an individual in order to check if the transaction made in a different store, groceries, and other establishment for completeness of record. They can be used for claim of deduction or refund, to decrease the tax payments, minimize audit, hard evidence if there is a need to clarify on the item purchased.
An official receipt serves as a vital document for individuals as it helps verify the accuracy and completeness of their transactions in department stores, groceries, and various establishments. Furthermore, it holds significant value for financial purposes, enabling individuals to claim deductions or refunds, reduce their tax obligations, reduce the likelihood of audits, and provide solid evidence in case there is a need to clarify any purchased items.
Next, whenever we can help our government in helping our people, we show our love for our neighbor.
Assisting the government in its efforts to support and uplift the well-being of our fellow citizens demonstrate our care and concern for our neighbors. Is tangibly way to express love for our community and contribute to the betterment of society.
Third, don't buy smuggled goods, buy local, buy Filipino.
Number 1. Our money should support our economy, not the economy of our countries. Buying Filipino means supporting the Filipino.
Prioritizing the purchase of locally made or produced goods and services helps stimulate our own economy by keeping money circulating within our country, thereby contributing to its growth and development. When we buy Filipino, we actively participate in bolstering our nation's economy, prosperity, and supporting the livelihoods of fellow Filipinos.
Number 2. Whenever we support one another as Filipinos, we show our love for our neighbors.
Supporting one another within the Filipino community signifies our commitment to fostering unity, solidarity, and mutual aid, which ultimately demonstrates our love and care for our fellow countrymen. It reinforces a sense of shared responsibility and helps create a stronger and more harmonious society.
Fourth, speak positively about us and our country.
Every Filipino is an ambassador of our country. Each one of us, wherever we may be, is a salesman of our country.
Every Filipino has the potential to represent their nation positively, regardless of their location, and their actions and behavior reflect the image of their country to the world. Each individual's conduct and interactions serve as a form of promotion for their homeland, emphasizing the importance of presenting a favorable image to others.
Number 2. Whenever we speak positively of our people, we show our love for our neighbors.
When we express admiration and positivity about our fellow citizens, we not only boost their self-esteem but also foster a sense of unity and goodwill within our community, demonstrating our love and support for our neighbors. This positive reinforcement can contribute to a more cohesive and harmonious society.
Fifth, respect the traffic officers, policemen, and other public servants.
Respect honors and dignifies a man. It compels him to do his job right.
Respect elevates an individual's sense of self-worth and encourages them to perform their tasks with diligence and integrity. Driven by the recognition and honor they receive, it acts as a powerful motivator, promoting a strong work ethic and a commitment to excellence.
There is love of neighbor whenever we respect those in authority.
Showing respect to those in positions of authority demonstrate our love for our fellow citizens as it contributes to the maintenance of order, stability, and effective governance in our society. It reflects a commitment to a harmonious coexistence and the recognition that representing authority figures can lead to a better functioning community for all.
6. Throw your garbage properly, segregate, recycle, conserve.
Number 1. The Philippines is the country given to us as a people. It is the birthplace of our race. It is the home of the Filipino. We should keep it beautiful.
The Philippines hold a special place in our collective identity as Filipinos, being both the historical birthplace of our culture and the homeland of our people. Preserving its beauty and resources is not only a duty, but also an expression of our love and responsibility toward our nation and heritage.
Number 2. When we keep our environment and our country clean, we show our love for our people.
Maintaining a clean environment and country is a tangible expression of care for the well-being and health of our fellow citizens. It reflects a commitment to creating a safe and pleasant living space for our people, promoting a higher quality of life for all.
7. Support your church.
Number 1. When we help our church, we can help our Creator in His works on earth.
Supporting one's church through charitable deeds and contributions is seen as an act of assisting in the divine mission and outreach efforts, which aligns with the beliefs and values of one's faith. It reflects a sense of partnership with the Creator in advancing spiritual and humanitarian causes on the earth.
Number 2. Whenever we help our church, we show love for our neighbor.
Assisting one's church often involves charitable activities that benefit the community, demonstrating love and compassion for fellow neighbors. It reflects a commitment to the well-being of those within the church, community, and beyond, reinforcing the idea that acts of kindness towards the church are acts of love towards one's neighbors.
8. During elections, do your solemn duty.
Number 1. When we fight for our votes, we fight for our right to make our own destiny as a people and as a nation.
Advocating for the protection and exercise of our voting rights is synonymous with advocating for our collective power to shape the future and determine our nation's course. It signifies our commitment to democratic principles and the ability to influence the direction of our country's destiny.
Number 2. There is love of neighbor when we elect good leaders for our country and people.
Electing capable and virtuous leaders for our nation demonstrates our love for our fellow citizens as it directly impacts the well-being and progress of the entire community. Choosing leaders who prioritize the welfare of the people reflects a commitment to fostering a better future for everyone.
9. Pay your employees well.
Number 1. A company must bring prosperity not only to its owners but also to its employees. Blessings must be shared. It builds families, it builds our nation.
A company's success should extend beyond its shareholders to include the well-being and prosperity of its employees, as it promotes a fair and equitable distribution of benefits. This approach contributes to building a more inclusive and thriving nation by ensuring that the rewards of economic growth are shared among all stakeholders.
Number 2. There is love of neighbor when we value and pay our employees appropriately.
Paying taxes consciously is an act of civic responsibility that demonstrates our love for our fellow citizens, as it provides the government with the necessary resources to fund essential services and support programs that benefit the entire community. It reflects a commitment to the collective well-being and social welfare of our nation.
10. Pay your taxes.
Number 1. Taxes are the lifeblood of our government. It is what builds our public schools, hospitals, and roads. It is what pays our teachers, soldiers, and other public servants.
Taxes are the essential source of revenue that sustain our government's ability to invest in critical infrastructure like schools, hospitals, and roads, while also funding the salaries of public servants, including teachers and soldiers. They play a pivotal role in the development and functioning of our society, ensuring the provision of necessary services and the maintenance of public institutions.
Number 2. There is love of neighbor whenever we pay our taxes properly so our government can help more people.
Paying taxes consciously is an expression of care and responsibility towards our fellow citizens as it provides our government with the means to support social programs, infrastructure, and service that benefit the broader community. It reflects a commitment to the well-being and collective welfare of our neighbors, contributing to a more equitable and thriving society.
11. Adopt a scholar or a poor child.
Number 1. Investing on our youth is investing on our country's future. Every family who can afford should adopt one poor child as a scholar.
Prioritizing investments in the education and development of young people is crucial for ensuring the long-term prosperity and progress of our nation, as they represent the future leaders and workplace, encouraging families to support underprivileged children's education as scholars not only provides them with opportunities but also fosters a sense of social responsibility, contributing to a more equitable and promising future for our society.
Number 2. There is love of neighbor whenever we help a child get an education.
Assisting a child in obtaining an education is a tangible expression of care and concern for their future, as it equips them with knowledge and skills that can improve their life prospects and contribute positively to society. It embodies a sense of responsibility and goodwill toward our neighbors, as the benefits of education extend beyond the individual to the broader community.
12. Be a good parent. Teach your kids to love our country.
Number 1. If we start planting seeds of patriotism in the hearts and minds of our youth today, they would become giant patriots of our country someday.
Cultivating a sense of patriotism in our youth is an investment in the future, as it has the potential to nurture individuals who will be deeply devoted to their country and work towards its betterment as they grow into adulthood. Fostering this love for one's nation from an early age can lead to dedicated and passionate citizens who contribute positively to the nation's progress.
Number 2. There is love of neighbor whenever we teach and raise our children as patriots by loving our country through loving our people.
Instilling patriotism in our children involves teaching them to not only love their country but also to care for and respect their fellow citizens. This approach fosters a sense of unity, empathy, and responsibility toward one's nation and its people, ultimately promoting a harmonious and prosperous society.